Just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder before the video starts. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Also join the Discord. The link should be below in the description or top comment. Hello everyone, my name is Kaiju Cooper and I am back with another review. Thankfully you guys do not have to wait 6 months again. And yeah, today we are taking a look at the Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Alchemist Prime. Very interesting figure. I have a lot of thoughts on this guy, if you couldn't tell by the very positive thumbnail I've made for this video already. But before we actually take a look at the figure itself, let's do our tradition of looking at the packaging. Taking a look at the box here, we get the nice plastic window that's returned. You can see the instructions in the back there. You get some nice art of Alchemist Prime here. You get that key art of the 13 primes are on the Well of Allsparks. You can see Alchemist right there. Turning to the back, you get some nice product images. You get to see the gimmick this figure has with his weapons. Turn to the other side, more art of Alchemist. Top, it's just some logos. Bottom, you know, average deluxe class box, nothing too impressive. And yeah, that's about it for the packaging. Bringing Alchemist back in a frame, this is probably the worst prime they've made so far. I don't know what it is with this toy line and having the deluxe class sized primes just be absolutely horrible, but this and Soulless Prime are both pretty bad in their own unique ways. At least with Soulless Prime here, you still had a very solid idea, very good design, and very good engineering, but really Soulless Prime's main problem was stability and quality control, which is really the killer for this figure. It just wasn't handled well enough. Really should have been a Voyager, but Hasbro hates women, so that's not happening. I have a much different issue with this figure. We'll start with the good stuff. He is a very solid figure. He is very chunky. He's pretty fat, if I'm being real, but he also feels pretty generic. The sculpting and painting here is good. You know, pretty average articulation here. There's nothing that sticks out. So I guess we'll just go over articulation now. You get Baldwin at the head. He can look up that far, down pretty far, but that's due to this like hinge at the base of the neck. Nice outward movement right there. You get a bicep swivel, which is kind of tight. Nice elbow. No wrist swivel on this waist swivel here. This actually makes me realize how weirdly shaped this torso is. Kick forward, kick out. Good splits there, you know. Thigh swivel, knee bend, and an ankle pivot. All pretty average run-of-the-mill articulation. It's not necessarily a bad figure, but my main problem stems from the fact that this is not a good Alchemist Prime, in my opinion. This figure doesn't look like Alchemist Prime to me. You have 3 major appearances: TF1, Cyberverse, and the Covenant of the Primes. And almost none of those design elements look like they were used here. I mean, you get a little pinch of Cyberverse, I guess, but you got the Covenant of the Primes where he's got this dual tone color thing going on his arms. That's not here. You look in TF1, he's got bright green and yellow. That's not here. Cyberverse, also you get much lighter green in the orangey color. Where is any of that here? It's not here. This guy doesn't look friendly. The only real adaptation we've gotten of him that gives him any personality is in Cyberverse, where he's friendly, he's nice, he owns a bar, he's chill with all the other Transformers, he's very peaceful. This guy looks like he has bodies in his trunk and takes pictures of people while they're sleeping. He looks like a weird stalker. He looks like he's a serial killer. All the colors on this figure are so dull for a character that's had pretty bright appearances. Even if you want to somehow bring up the Dreamwave design, which I'm assuming that's where the mustache was incorporated from, that design is garbage, okay? It doesn't look like it transforms. All they did was take the mustache off of that. Even then, the colors aren't used here either. This is pretty much an original design for Alchemist Prime, and the problem is it's not a good one. It's not interesting like any of the other Alchemist Prime designs were. Not only that, give me a sec. Talk about these weapons, okay? What are these? What is this? How does this help me? From what I understand, this is supposed to be the glasses, some kind of glasses, some eyes. You know, you see the 4 lenses? That's because Alchemist Prime is supposed to have 4 eyes. 2 of his appearances give him 4 eyes, and that was one of the most unique aspects to his design, not incorporated here. And instead, it's his accessories, which compromises these actually being weapons. Look at these tiny little blades. How does this look cool in his hands? It doesn't. That's the problem. Not only that, but the mustache here kind of detracts from Alpha Trion having a mustache, which is a new thing they did for Age of the Primes. They kind of screwed the pooch with this guy is all I'm saying. You could have had an opportunity to do something interesting, you know, to give him the big blocky forearms, give him the 4 eyes, that kind of thing. He does not have those things. Not only that, there's actual issues with this figure. For the transformation, the hand is supposed to flip in. Tell me why my copy will not have his hands fold in all the way. If you look closely, there's stress marks here from me trying to push it in for the actual transformation on both sides. This hand doesn't want to do it either. On top of that, the way his chest is designed for transformation, sometimes these hinges will snap off, and that does not look like a stable hinge. This figure pisses me off because it does not take any of the design cues from any of the Alchemist Prime designs we've had. I feel like you have the recognizable designs here being pulled through for almost all the primes. Who is this guy? This doesn't look like any of the 3 guys we've had be Alchemist Prime. Am I gonna get rid of this figure? No. Because it's the 13 primes. I'm gonna have 13 of them. I'm keeping this piece of garbage in my collection. Alt mode time.
A few moments later.
Okay, I was transforming this figure off camera. The hinge came off again. This is Alchemist Prime in his little car mode SUV. I don't know what this is, with his hands sticking out of the back because they won't flip in all the way. That's actually my favorite thing about this figure. It's a solid alt mode. It rolls a lot better than most figures, but it looks boring. It's not cool looking like the Solus Prime truck or the Megatronus tank. Really the only thing that this car has going for it are his knee pads poking out, providing a little bit of shiny color breakup there. Not impressive at all. In fact, this looks a lot like a Reactivate character. This looks like a Reactivate vehicle. I think this is a repurposed Reactivate figure, because as we all know, Reactivate died. The way this vehicle mode looks, it looks like the designers were like, well, we have this leftover Reactivate design, kind of just got to throw it somewhere, so let's just put it on Alchemist Prime. I just realized I forgot to do size comparison in robot mode, and I'm too lazy to transform this pizza cat figure. Here's Alchemist Prime next to his wave mate Vortex, and I do have Crasher somewhere. I'm too lazy to go grab her. You don't deserve to see Crasher, Alchemist. You little shit. Here he is next to the Legacy United GoBots. Here he is next to his fellow Primes. And finally, here he is next to a half-completed Superion. He's about 1 leg tall. For my honest final opinions on this figure, I do not think it is a bad Transformer, but this is not as impressive as a Prime should be. The Primes should be impressing me. Solus Prime, even with all of her horrible quality control issues, the engineering impressed me. This guy, nothing to be impressed about, and it does not even look the part. And he's absolutely the weakest out of the Primes so far. You get a 5 out of 10. That's my final rating. Expect more videos. There will be more videos this week. And big announcement, this Friday, I'm bringing back Gartic Phone live streams. I miss doing those. And there will be some more short uploads this week. I'm gonna do some GoBots on a short. Hope you guys enjoyed today's review. And I hope you, most importantly, enjoyed my hatred for this figure. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Join the Discord if you want to be part of the live stream this Friday and just to be with the community, you know, all that good stuff. And yeah, make sure you smash that subscribe button for more Kaiju Cooper videos and follow my Twitter account. I think that's everything I had to plug. Okay. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.